Just some of the engines here set up, ready for display. A bit early this morning, so I'll get some video before the crowds get started. Here we got Mark's engine with a pump on the back. Getting ready to start. We've got a hot air engine. Here we've got some homemade hot air engines. Barry does a real good job here making these up. And I believe you can still buy some if you're looking for a model. And a couple more set up in the back. Here we've got some homemade models and engines. Old mate here's designed and built that engine himself. Made the miniature. And then he scaled it up and made his own. The Owen, serial number 1. Built in 2020. It's a marvel to watch running. I'll get some video of it running later. Here we've got a very large sandwich. Big engine, that one. We've got a nice big display, some hand operated, no I'm sorry, not hand operated, centrifugal pumps. A couple little Briggs. We got some lanterns set up. 32 volt power tools. We've got this generator here on a Lister, air cooled. Oh, sorry, Southern Cross. We got Phil getting ready to get started. How you doing this morning, Phil?
Hey, morning.
Crosley ready to go. Mr. D. Rustin Hornsby. Beautiful engine, that one. We got Eric set up. Got his buzzer caught ready to go. Morning, Eric. How you going?
Morning, Trent. How are you this morning?
Very good.
Thank you.
Donaldson Tippett Hammerhead. Got ourselves a little Suzuki Postie bike. Got a little Briggs hooked up to a little pump. PSA. 4-cylinder Coventry. Very cool. World War II era. We've got a beautiful done up Lister Junior. Look at how pretty that paint is on there in the sunshine. Beautiful. Couple more here getting ready. Magneto's all covered up so they don't get wet. We've got another Lister Junior, trailer mounted. That's a nice setup. Saves you from loading and unloading. Morning, boys. How we going? Big Donaldson Tippett vertical. So that's just what we've got for the engines this morning. I'll get out and about and have some more look at the static displays we've got. Morning, Peter. Here I've decided to bring something a little different this time to the shows. Just a bit of a static display with some old hand crank vintage items. We've got a butter churn here. Well, just crank like that. Got a paddle in the middle. Put your cream in there and crank on that for an hour or so and you've got butter. We've got a grinder, benchtop grinder. So that's angled to sharpen blades on a sickle mower, and that's just a straight grinding wheel. We've got us a ice cream churn, the old one. Put the ice cream in the center and the ice around the outside. Crank that for an hour or so and you got yourself some ice cream. We've got a marmalade cutter and a lemon squeezer. So I've only just picked these up not too long ago. So this thing does some magic here. I did some research on it, and I believe the patent is 1888. Now I gotta believe that thing's not 1888 old, but it could be, I'm not sure. But Simply put your lemon and or orange in there. Push down with it to cut. They must have had smaller oranges back in the day. You take your cut orange and you put her in there upside down and push down. And there comes your juice. So there you go. Vintage orange / lemon squeezer. Over here, I've had video of this before, but we've got our chaff cutter. And that's just to make fodder for your animals so they can chew it a little bit better. Here we've got a vintage corn sheller. You just put the corn, full dried corn down in there. The cob comes out there and the grain goes into the box. I'm on the lookout for some dried corn if anybody's got any, so I can run through there. And here we've got a rope maker. Okay, I'll have this loaded up later, but as you can see they all twist. So you put 3 strands of of twine between here and there, and when you're finished you come up with a bit of twisted rope. So something just a bit different for the kids to play with today. Here we got a vintage tractor showing up. Looks like a farm mall. Not sure what size. Beautiful hand-built canopy on the top. So plenty to come and see down at the Caboolture Heritage Festival. Not to mention the fact that the Heritage Museum here has just a boatload of sheds full of gear. You've got sheds full of tractors and engines and tools and anything you can think of. So if you're coming out for the day, this is a good place to hang out. We've got the canteen all fired up here with the club. Got the volunteers back here making some sausages, sandwiches, egg and bacon rolls, drinks. Got more engines here at the rally today. Couple small stationary engines, a couple water pumps. Here we've got another engine, history of the Hornsby Petrol. I'll zoom in on that and take a little still shot. You can read that later. Beautiful sounding engine, beautiful paint. Side shaft, low tension. Beautiful sounding engine. We've got a Hornsby hot oil. You can hear the blower going. Another beautiful paint job. Working on getting it started. A little bit of white smoke, but not quite. Here we've got some video of them actually running. A couple little Briggs & Stratton on a centrifugal pump. Southern Cross pump there, it says. Got it running into this water tank. And here we've got a Waugh and Josephson. Again, running a little centrifugal pump into the water tank. We've got another static display with a bunch of stoves, Primus stoves. And all the 32 volt appliances. Little Hoover, got a drill. And we've got the Southern Cross driving the 32 volt generator. We've even got some lights overhead. We've got a Lister D working away on a little Bulldog pump. Running really well. Rustin Hornsby. Another centrifugal pump. Got a little, is that a Merino? This one's badged as. How we going, Don? Got the Buzzicott. A lot of people out to lunch at the moment. It's 12 o'clock, so they've all gone to get something to eat. So, got the hammerhead going. Got a nice sound to it. Little Suzuki 73. Looking for parts. We've got the Lister Junior running over here. A little shower head and a little centrifugal Ajax pump. Running beautifully. God, that sounds nice. Little hit and miss. Another one. How you going, mate? Running well. Another listing running really well. Like the screen radiator, works well. Donaldson Tippett running it very nicely as well. Got an inner M. What do we got? 3 horsepower. Running a nice big pump. What have we got here? A little Moffett Virtue. Another little Moffett Virtue. Another little Moffett Virtue. Here we've got the Stirling engine running again. These things are very cool, these hot air engines. So that engine is running alone on, looks like he's got a propane heater underneath his, but they could be wood fired, gas fired, and all they were ever designed to do was to pump that little bit of water that little pump there is doing. Save someone from hauling water to the house. All they had to do was keep the fire up, and it would just pump like that all day long. So it works on a differential of pressure or a differential of heat. So there's water running through that jacket along with the hot air coming from the bottom. And some guys figured out that valving. If you can look at that valving and how it's going up and down, it opens and closes valves to get that differential of pressure going to move that little bit of water. Quite ancient technology. This one, it says patented in 1759. So it's been around for a long time. Very clever. And this actually isn't even an original one. This is Barry. He's got all the models here. He's actually built this. So this isn't even an old engine. It's just built off of the old drawings. Quite impressive. How we going, boys? Good work, Barry. Love your work.
Where's the milkshake? You're still working for the... You're not working for the...
Here we've got a nice little Bentall running. These are quite interesting motors. They've got a really interesting governor system. All the valving and everything is on the bottom of the cylinder down there. Very clever little invention they had there. Yeah, very nice.